Big stuff brewing behind the scenes here in Edmonton. On one side, a familiar face is heading back to town, ready to light that Oilers fire all over again. On the other, a rival just took a direct shot at us, claiming they've cracked the code to beat us. And if that wasn't enough, there's trade chatter that's got everyone buzzing. Could management really be about to fumble it that bad? If you bleed blue and orange like we do, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's hit 1,000 subs and show the true power of oil country. Remember that feeling, that grit and heart out on the ice, when every shift felt like a war and the jersey was a badge of honor. Well, one of the legends from that time is coming home. This hits deep for fans who lived through those intense moments. During the Oilers' 2000s run, that captain who dragged us to the edge of the impossible in 2006, you feel that pride bubbling back up. And the best part, he's not coming back to play, but to shape the next wave of talent. It's a return to the roots, soaked in meaning, and loaded with hometown pride. But hold up, we're not dropping the name just yet. First, let's remember why this guy means so much to us. He didn't just play, he led, inspired, and carved his identity into the fabric of Oilers hockey. With sweat and heart, he's everything it means to wear the orange and blue. Alright, you ready? Jason Smith, former Oilers captain, is back in town. He's been named head coach of the Edmonton Oil Kings in the WHL. That's right, the same man who led us to the 2006 Cup final is now taking the reins of the city's next generation of stars. Smith says he's beyond excited to be back in the city he calls home, and proud to join one of the CHL's top-tier organizations. And let's be real, when Edmonton calls, you don't say no. That his task now is to revive the Oil Kings, who under former coach Luke Pierce only made the playoffs once in 3 seasons. GM Kurt Hill is banking on Smith's leadership to spark that winning spirit again. And with a resume like his, 542 games in Oilers colors, over 600 PIMs, deep playoff runs, and coaching stints in both the AL and NHL, there's no doubt these young guys are getting a true leader behind the bench. Now tell me, Oilers fans, do you believe Jason Smith's return will help bring that winning soul back to Edmonton hockey? Could this be the start of a new era for the Oil Kings? Drop your thoughts in the comments, share this with your crew on socials, and hit that subscribe button to stay locked in on everything happening with our boys on the ice. Now, what if I told you the next piece of news could flip the Oilers season upside down? Something's brewing behind closed doors, and if it breaks soon, it could shake the locker room, the ice, and our playoff hopes. Stay sharp. What's coming next might just leave oil country speechless. If you felt the hype during the Oilers' playoff run and still savor the taste of sweet revenge, you'll want to hear this. What we're about to drop shows why the Oilers are out here playing chess while the rest of the league's still learning checkers. You ever look at the team and think, they're not the flashiest, but they're beating rosters that look better on paper? Turns out, there's a reason for that, and it just got confirmed by someone who's been on both sides of the ice for a while now. Folks around the NHL have wondered why the Dallas Stars can't quite get over the hump. Talent, check. Depth, also check. But back-to-back exits at the hands of the Oilers had everyone scratching their heads. Now, with a coaching change in Dallas, the truth just came out straight from Glenn Gulutzan, the new bench boss in Big D, and a former assistant right here in Edmonton during our domination of the Stars. According to Gulutzan, the Stars didn't lose because of talent. They lost because they failed to adjust. Yup, he said. Dallas's offense became too easy to read and too easy to shut down. While Edmonton switched things up constantly, Dallas kept trying the same old plays even when they stopped working. Gulutzan revealed that the Oilers' approach was to adapt game by even period by period, depending on the opponent's D-zone. And that's exactly the kind of mindset he wants to bring to the Stars. Now, a team that adjusts on the fly, changes the playbook, mid-series, even mid-game. So here's the question. Oilers fans, do you think this new philosophy will finally unlock Dallas's potential? Or is the problem deeper than X's and O's? Let me know down in the comments. But hold up, there's more. And this next one's already stirring up debate. On Jasper Avenue, fans are split, and things are heating up fast. If this rumor turns real, it could set off a chain reaction across the whole roster. No exaggeration, we're at a major crossroads. There's a rumor floating around that's got people ready to snap. Just when it feels like the pieces are finally falling into place. Someone behind the scenes might be thinking about shaking it all up. And we're not talking about some depth piece here. This involves a rising star who's already proven his worth and has built solid chemistry with one of the team's biggest names. Alan Mitchell over at The Athletic dropped a name that made jaws drop: Vasily Podkolzin, as a potential trade chip. He did say the kid's important, but also hinted that he might be moved if he doesn't show up strong out the gate. But seriously, hold up. Trading one of our best young forwards right now. Podkolzin was one of the breakout stories last season. He clicked with Draisaitl, earned a vet's spot, and stepped up big when it counted. That's just the start of why this feels wrong. Get this, 2.17 points per 60 at 5-on-5. Involved in 59% of the goals scored when he was on the ice. That's not just shiny stats. That's real, game-changing impact. And let's talk cap hit. Just $1 million per season, still under team control. More than that, he's got the work ethic coaches dream of. First on the ice, last off. No complaints, no shortcuts. You don't just throw a guy like that away on a maybe. New GM Stan Bowman came in talking about rebuilding the Oilers foundation. Trading one of our most promising pieces would be a head-scratcher, especially since the names being floated like Howard or Savoy haven't even proven their NHL-ready. Podkolzin and might not be leading the scoring race, but he brings physicality, drive, and presence. He raises the level of any line he's on. At a time when the team's hunting for depth and balance, that's gold. The last thing we need is another repeat of past mistakes. If this team's serious about chasing a cup and building something sustainable, moving Podkolzin for a short-term fix doesn't track, unless he completely falls off. Even entertaining the idea of trading him feels like a step backward. So be real with me, Oil Country. Is that a risk worth taking? Would you deal Podkolzin now for a shot of instant help? Or do you see him as a cornerstone for the future? Let me know in the comments. Hit that share button. Spread this around to the crew. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a beat with our boys in blue and orange.